So, concept of equivalent, and in today this session we are going to say, or we are going to deal with numericals. To deal with numericals, a very good understanding of equivalent mass is required. By the way, what is equivalent mass? Equivalent mass is that mass of a substance which combines or displaces 1 gram of hydrogen or 8 gram of oxygen or 35.5 gram of chlorine or 9 gram of aluminium. If you want, you can continue with 12 gram of magnesium too. 1 gram of hydrogen, if you write down by mole concept, it is half a mole or 11.2 decimeter cube of space at STP. Similarly, 8 gram of oxygen is 1/4 mole, which is 5.6 decimeter cube at NTP. Similarly, 35.5 gram of chlorine is half a mole, which is 11.2 decimeter cube of chlorine. Similarly, 9 gram of aluminium is 1/3 mole. So, based on this definition, we have certain numericals like this one. Find equivalent mass of an element if 0.04 gram of metal produces 0.05 gram of hydrogen. How we are going to solve? Okay, for that you should know a definition of equivalent mass. Whatever combines with 1 gram of hydrogen is called as equivalent mass of the substance. This is, we know, given is 0.05 gram of hydrogen corresponds to 0.04 gram of metal. That is a substance under discussion. In this case is metal. Now, if you cross multiply, you will get the answer. So, cross multiply. So, 0.05 multiplied by E will be 1 multiplied by 0.04. So, E value will be 1 multiplied by 0.04 divided by 0.05 will give you answer, that is 4 by 5. So, equivalent mass will be 0.8. If you want to write down units, you can write down gram per equivalent. This is how you will calculate the value in this case. Coming to the next one, find equivalent mass of a metal if 1.12 gram of a metal reacts with 112 ml of oxygen. But for that you should know the definition. So, what is the definition of equivalent mass? Equivalent mass is that mass which corresponds to 5.6 decimeter cube of oxygen. Now, instead of 5.6, can I write down 5600 ml of oxygen converted to ml? This much gram of the metal. What is given? 112 ml of oxygen corresponds to 0.12 gram of metal. What you will do next? Naturally, you will cross multiply. So, 5600 multiplied by 0.12 will be 112 multiplied by E. Now, we know 56 hundreds and 56 twos. So, naturally, if you solve, E value will be 6 gram per equivalent. Remember important task, we said 5.6 decimeter cube of oxygen corresponds to E gram of metal. Similarly, in the previous case, if you remember, 1 gram of hydrogen corresponds to E. From where you got this? From the definition. Equivalent mass is that mass of the substance which combines with 1 gram of hydrogen or half a mole or 11.2 decimeter cube or 8 gram of oxygen 1/4 mole or 5.6 decimeter cube and so on. Now, based on this, we go to third question. Find atomic mass of a dye positive metal whose chloride contains 17.75 percentage of chlorine. How you do that? In this case, we assume metal chloride, chloride of a metal chloride be 100 gram. Why we took 100? Because data of percentage was given. So what is the mass of chlorine in it? The mass of chlorine in it is 17.75 gram. So what is the mass of a metal? Mass of a metal will be 100 minus 17.75. So if you solve, 82.25 gram. Now can I say 17.75 gram of chlorine actually combines with 82.25 gram of metal? Correct. This much gram of metal it combines with, because that only makes up 100 gram. Now by definition we know 35.50 gram of chlorine combines with E gram of metal, where E stands for equivalent mass. What we do? We cross multiply, and from this cross multiplication E value will be 146.5 gram per equivalent. If you cross multiply, you will get this as an answer. Now, right, there was one more task we forgot. Atomic mass is also asked. Oh, so we know equivalent mass is atomic mass upon valency for element. So equivalent mass is 146.5. Atomic mass we don't know. Valency is 2 because we have said di positive. So atomic mass will be double of the equivalent mass. So if you double it, you will get the answer, and the answer will be 293 gram per atom. So atomic mass is 293 gram per atom. Find equivalent mass of a chlorine in ClO2. So now chlorine is an element, and for element equivalent mass is atomic mass upon valency. Atomic mass we know 35.5, valency we don't know. In ClO2, can I say, right, the oxidation state of chlorine we don't know. Oxygen is -2 equal to 0, so chlorine is 4. So oxidation state of chlorine is 4. For all practical purpose, oxidation state is nothing but valency. In this case, they have not given any reaction. No reaction is given. So based on compound, we take valency. So 35.5 divided by 4 will give you equivalent mass 8.875. This is how you will calculate equivalent mass. Understood this how to calculate? Again, if reaction would have been given, I would have found out change in oxidation state. But because reaction is not given and only one compound is given, in that compound I calculated the valency and I divided by valency and I got the answer. Coming to fifth one, find equivalent mass of element in M2SO4 if its atomic mass is 52. Again in this question, no reaction is given, so I can't find change in oxidation state. So how to calculate equivalent mass? Yes, atomic mass upon valency. Atomic mass is given as 52. Now the question is valency. Now in M2SO4 thrice, can we know the valency? Yes. Metal should be +3, sulfate should be -2, then only we can get this formula, or you can find out by oxidation state. Let M as oxidation state of M, sulfate is minus 2 equal to 0. So M is nothing but 3. So valency is nothing but 3. So therefore the answer will be 17.33. This is how you will calculate equivalent mass of an element. Understood this? If you take any reaction like AA plus BB gives you CC plus DD, if you see any reaction, then as per concept of equivalence or equivalent concept, we can say EQ of A will be equal to EQ of B will be equal to EQ of C, which will be equal to EQ of D. You all should be aware EQ can be given by various formula. Weight upon equivalent mass, that's one formula. Second formula, EQ can be written as number of moles multiplied by equivalent mass factor. Then EQ can be also given by the formula normality multiplied by volume of solution in liter, or you can give EQ by a formula molarity multiplied by equivalent mass factor multiplied by volume of solution in liter. So when you say EQ is equal to EQ for any, you can say weight upon equivalent mass of one will be equal to weight upon equivalent mass of another, or you can say number of moles multiplied by factor of another, which can be said as normality multiplied by volume for another. You can write down the way you want as per the numerical data. Now next information that you should have, equivalent mass of metal oxide. If you remember, equivalent mass of metal oxide is equivalent mass of metal plus equivalent mass of oxide, that is E. If you take equivalent mass of metal, oxide is 16 by charge 2, so it is E plus 8. Similarly, if you remember from the lecture session, for metal carbonate, it will be E plus 30, and you can similarly calculate. We will see each in each numerical. Check this numerical. Find equivalent mass and atomic mass if 2 gram of a metal gives you 3 gram of metal oxide. If this is what is the question, right, can I say metal gives you metal oxide? Metal gives you metal oxide. Next, can I say EQ of metal will be equal to EQ of metal oxide? Because for a complete reaction we can write on this. If no information is given, we always consider them to be a complete reaction. Now because the data is given of mass, can I say mass upon equivalent mass of metal will be mass upon equivalent mass of metal oxide. Like this we can write down. Now what is equivalent mass of metal oxide? Equivalent mass of metal oxide will be equivalent mass of metal plus equivalent mass of oxide. Let equivalent mass of metal be E. Oxide is the oxygen mass, right, upon the charge. Charge is 2. And if you calculate, it will come out to be E plus 8. So in the place of metal, we write down mass of the metal. Mass of the metal is 2. Equivalent mass of metal E. Mass of metal oxide is 3 and E plus 8. Then we solve 2E plus 16 will be 3E. Therefore, E will be 16. So equivalent mass will be 16 gram per equivalent. But they were asking even atomic mass. But to calculate atomic mass, we require valency. Yes, they have given us valency. They are saying it forms plus 2 ions. That means valency is 2. So how to get atomic mass? So, atomic mass is equivalent mass multiplied by valency. 16 multiplied by 2, that is 32. If you remember, what is the formula for element? For element, equivalent mass is given as atomic mass upon valency. Therefore, atomic mass is equivalent mass multiplied by valency. That was how you are supposed to do this type of a question. Now, why we use this type of a logic? Because they had given mass. So, we used mass formula. EQ has so many formula, but there is only one mass related formula. Right, why we did by equivalent concept? Because writing a reaction was very difficult because we were unaware what is a metal. So, faster and simpler method was equivalent concept. Similarly here, find equivalent mass and atomic mass of trivalent metal whose 2.34 gram of its carbonate gives you 1.02 gram of oxide on thermal decomposition. Now, we have two methods. One is mole concept and other is equivalent concept of doing a question. For mole concept, balanced reaction is required. We can't write, so we go by equivalent concept. Equivalent concept, we can write down reaction in words. Words you can write down that metal carbonate on heating give metal oxide. That is what is the data given. Metal carbonate on heating gives you metal oxide. By equivalence concept, we can write down EQ of metal carbonate will be equal to EQ of metal oxide for a complete reaction. No data means we always write complete reaction. This is applicable. Now, right, EQ, there are so many formula, but because masses are given, you will use a formula weight upon equivalent mass of metal carbonate is equal to E upon equivalent mass of metal oxide. But for that you should know the value of E. E of metal carbonate. How to calculate E of metal carbonate? E of metal carbonate will be E of metal plus E of carbonate. Let the equivalent mass of metal be E. Carbonate is 60 divided by 2. So, it is E plus 30. So, equivalent mass of metal carbonate is E plus 30. Similarly, E of metal oxide will be how much? Will be equivalent mass of metal plus equivalent mass of oxide. So, E plus 16 by 2, that is E plus 8. E plus 30 and E plus 8. This is what? Then we substitute the value. Mass of metal carbonate, how much is given? 2.34. So, we write down 2.34. We write down 2.34 divided by E plus 30 will be equal to 1.02 upon E plus 8. Then we solve. From this we get E value as 9. We will get E value as 9. But they are asking for atomic mass. Atomic mass is equivalent mass multiplied by valency. Equivalent mass is 9. Valency is 3. So, it is 27. Because they have given trivalent metal. That means valency is 3. So, 27 gram per atom is the answer. Now, similarly, find equivalent mass and atomic mass of di-positive metal. What you can do is pause this video and try on yourself. Hope you have tried it. So, we will check how to do it. In this case also we are going to use equivalent concept. Metal carbonate on hydrolysis, something with water gives you metal hydroxide. We don't know the reaction. We don't know the metal, so we don't know how to write a formula, so we don't know the reaction. So what we do? Equivalence of metal carbonate will be equal to equivalence of metal hydroxide. Like this we'll write down. What next? W upon E of metal carbonate. But why you use W upon E? Because they have given you mass of metal carbonate will be equal to W upon E of metal hydroxide. So we substitute the value 0.125, equivalent mass of metal carbonate is E plus 30 will be 0.099 and metal hydroxide will be E plus hydroxide is 17. You know hydroxide is OH minus 17 upon 1, and if you solve E value you will get it as 32.5. So equivalent mass will be 32.5. They are asking atomic mass too. For that they have given it as di positive metal. So atomic mass will be equivalent mass multiplied by valency, that is 32.5 multiplied by 2, that is 65 gram per atom. This is how you will calculate various types of questions. You got this? If you want, you can practice it on your own. Another set of numericals which are based on equivalent concept only, but they are popularly known as titration numericals. Now, whenever you hear the word titration, remember it stands for complete reaction. Right, such type of reactions can be visibly checked whether they are completed or not. Can be visibly checked. Titrated means completely reacted. Remember that. And if you find written like this n by 40, remember it is 1 by 40 normal. Similarly, if it is written as m by 10, remember it stands for 1 by 10 molar. You can think like that, 1 multiplied by n is actually n only. Similarly, 1 multiplied by m is nothing but m only. Are you understanding it? This is what is the logic. Then in this type of numerical, remember any complete reaction, EQ of one substance will be always equal to EQ of another substance. EQ is given by the formula weight upon equivalent mass. It's the only formula which involves weight. Then another formula is number of moles multiplied by factor. That's the only formula which involves number of moles. Then it is also given as normality multiplied by volume of solution in liter. And we are aware normality is molarity multiplied by factor. So you can write down molarity multiplied by factor multiplied by volume of solution in liter. So you can write down weight upon equivalent mass of A will be number of moles multiplied by factor of B, or you can write down normality multiplied by volume of A will be normality multiplied by volume of B, or you can write down molarity multiplied by equivalent mass factor multiplied by volume is number of moles multiplied by factor of B. This is A. Which formula will you apply? Depends on what the data is given. So check. Let us check the numerical. In this numerical, they are asking find equivalent mass. 1 gram of a substance reacts with 200 ml of this. So can I say EQ of one substance? Let the substance be A. Will be equal to EQ of another substance B. Correct. They are asking equivalent mass. There is only one formula which involves equivalent mass. while in this case they have given. What do you mean by n by 40? Yes, 1 by 40n. They have given normality. So normality multiplied by volume of solution of B. Weight 1, equivalent mass of A, we don't know. Normality 1 by 40, volume 200 ml. It has to be converted to liter. And when you solve, you will get the equivalent mass of the unknown substance. Okay, I'm not going to the answer. We are concerned with method. Find equivalent mass and molar mass of a substance if 5 gram. By the way, what do you mean by acidity? We say NaOH has acidity of 2. What do you mean by acidity? It has ability to combine with 2 moles of H plus ions. Acidity, sorry, I should write down. Acidity of NaOH is 1 because it has only one replaceable OH. It has ability to combine with 1 mole of H plus ion. Sorry, error from my side. Calcium hydroxide has acidity of 2. It's unusual. For base, the term is acidity because acidity is how much H plus ion it can combine. It can combine with 2 mole of H plus ions. For sulfuric acid, we say basicity. So basicity is 2. That means it has ability of combining with 2OH minus. So remember, as a student, acidity is for base and basicity is for acid. What next? It is given 5 gram of one substance reacts with 0.098 gram of sulfuric acid. So what is the methodology that we'll use? We can say EQ of that unknown substance will be equal to EQ of sulfuric acid because the reaction is complete. Can I say weight upon equivalent mass of that substance will be equal to weight upon equivalent mass of sulfuric acid? Why both the cases I've used weight? Because weight is given. So 5 upon equivalent mass of substance we don't know will be weight of sulfuric acid 0.098 equivalent mass of sulfuric acid molar mass divided by factor 2. So what next? We'll cancel it out. Then equivalent mass of a substance will be 5 multiplied by 1 by 2 divided by 0.001. So equivalent mass of a substance will be 2.5 multiplied by 10 to the power 3, that is 25000. That's quite a large number. Quite a large number you got. Okay, that's the equivalent mass. But they are asking us even molar mass. How to get molar mass of a substance? Molar mass of a substance is equivalent mass multiplied by factor. They have said acidity of the substance is 2. So 25000 multiplied by 2. So 50,000 is the molar mass. Quite a large molar mass as a substance. Naturally, it should be a base only because that only has the ability to combine with acid. It can be, right, proteins like a base which have such a high molar mass. In this particular manner, it can be salt. Coming to the next one. Find moles of H2S oxidized to colloidal sulfur by 50 ml of K2Cr7. That means H2S is titrated against K2Cr2O7. Moles is asked. So we'll write down number of moles multiplied by factor of H2S. Molarity is given. So I'll write on molarity multiplied by factor multiplied by volume for K2Cr2O7. That means we require factor for both H2S also. H2S during a reaction gets converted to sulfur 0. They have given colloidal sulfur. It goes from -2 to sulfur. So factor is 2. So factor for H2S is 2. And we already are aware factor for K2Cr2O7 is how much? 6. So we substitute number of moles we require, factor for H2 is 2, molarity m by 10 means 1 by 10 molar, 1 by 10, factor is 6, and volume of solution is 50 ml. Convert into liter by dividing by 1000, then solve, you will get the answer as number of moles. So number of moles is 0.015. So number of moles of H2S is 0.015. This is how you should do. For doing this type of numerical, what you require good understanding of factor. Right? If H2S is a new substance, then you should be right analyzing what is given. It is given colloidal sulfur. So colloidal sulfur means elemental sulfur. That means 0 as oxidation state. And K2Cr2, you are already aware. Find number of gram equivalent of substance which is titrated. They are asking number of gram equivalent. Substance is titrated against reducing agent. So can I say EQ of a substance will be equal to EQ of reducing agent? Correct. By the way, what do you mean by EQ? Number of gram equivalent of a substance will be EQ of reducing agent. That we can write on as normality multiplied by volume of solution should be in liter. Normality is given as 0.1. Volume of solution liter is 50 upon 1000. So answer will be 5 into 10 to the power minus 3. This is how you will calculate gram equivalent. So these are different types of numericals that we have solved based on equivalent concept. Please go through it again and again. Find mass of hydrogen peroxide required to titrate with 25 ml of oxalic acid. Now in this case, hydrogen peroxide is a new substance for us. We have not commonly learnt it. So there is a reaction between hydrogen peroxide and oxalic acid. So we require factor for hydrogen peroxide. In most of these questions, they will give you the product. So if you check what is given, in peroxide oxygen is -1, in water it is -2. Why? Because hydrogen co-oxidation state remains unaffected. So what will be the factor? So for 1 oxygen changes by 1. But we are dealing with 1 hydrogen peroxide. So factor is what? 2. So what is the factor for hydrogen peroxide? Hydrogen peroxide factor is 2. You already know for oxalic acid. Still, if you want, we can solve for oxalic acid also. It gets converted to carbon dioxide. Factor for carbon is +3. Factor for carbon here is +4. So 1 carbon, the factor is 1. But we are dealing with oxalic acid. What is the factor? Factor is 2. So factor for oxalic acid is 2. That was to know the factor. What next? We are asking mass of hydrogen peroxide. How to deal with it? We know EQ of hydrogen peroxide will be equal to EQ of oxalic acid. Mass of hydrogen peroxide is asked. So mass EQ, there is only one formula, weight upon equivalent mass. EQ of oxalic acid, they have given us molarity and volume. So formula is molarity factor multiplied by volume of oxalic acid. Weight of hydrogen peroxide, we don't know. Equivalent mass of hydrogen peroxide will be molar mass divided by factor. Molarity of oxalic acid, m by 5 means 1 by 5. Factor for oxalic acid is 2. Volume is 25 ml. And from this, you will be able to get mass of hydrogen peroxide. in grams. This is how you will get the mass. Why we used this formula for hydrogen peroxide? Because they asked mass. Why we use this formula? Because they had given us molarity. Like this. Next, find volume of 0.5 molar KMnO4 titrated with 20 ml of more salt. In this case, now we have KMnO4 in acidic medium titrated with more salt. So what formula will you use? Molarity multiplied by factor multiplied by volume of KMnO4 will be equal to normality multiplied by volume of more salt. The way the data is given, same way we have added. Molarity 0.5, factor of KMnO4 in acidic medium is 5. Volume can be in ml if this volume is in ml. So that dimensionally they are balanced out. Normality is given as 1 by 10. N by 10 means 1 by 10. And volume is 20. So from this you will get the value of volume, that is 2 upon 2.5. So answer will be accordingly in ml. This is how you are supposed to solve this type of a question. But why we use this formula? Molarity multiplied by factor multiplied by volume. Because they had given molarity. Why we use normality multiplied by volume formula? Because they had given normality. And accordingly we got the answer.